where the Ministers of Information and that of Works are on a joint inspection of the ongoing road, work on that road. All right, Salihu, let's get the situation of things there at this time.
All right, thank you, Ogochukwuka, for joining us here live at Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria-Kano Expressway, where we have the two honorable ministers, that of Works and that of Information and National Orientation, who are here to give us details of why we are here. It's about the rehabilitation of the express road that we know, the critical part of it, that is talking about the section 1 of the road. We know section 2 and 3 is almost done. So this particular section that has been delayed due to unforeseen circumstances is why we are here. But behind me to give details why we are here is the Honorable Minister of Works, who will tell Nigerians what exactly is happening here today. Honorable Minister, tell Nigerians why we are here.
As Permanent Secretary.
It's okay, the Honorable Minister wants the Permanent Secretary to take the first shot.
I want to most respectfully thank the Almighty God for making today a reality, and to thank God also for giving us a minister who had remained resolute in ensuring the delivery of this project. We are here today to flag off, as it were, the construction of a new pavement for Abuja-Kaduna. This is going to be perhaps among the best roads you will end up having in Nigeria. From the design, as well as a construction methodology put in place, this project will outlive you and I, because we have put some structures in place to ensure speedy delivery, timely delivery, quality service delivery, and discipline on the part of our staff. As a matter of fact, the Minister has approved any staff that mess up on this project stands dismissed from service. It is that serious. So we are here for a serious matter. And I can assure you, once the project starts, there is no stopping until it has come to an end.
Okay, you heard the PAMSEC that they are here for serious matter. The Honorable Minister will tell us how serious will the matter be.
Well, thank you very much. You know, we've had a lot of politics on this project, and normally I don't read an address, but today I decided to put facts on paper. When I finish, I will distribute what I will read here to journalists so that this politics will stop, and people will know the facts. So let me thank the senators that are here, led by the Senate Committee Chairman on Works, Senator Mpigi, and thank the Honorable House of Reps members of Works, led by Right Honorable Akin Alabi. And of course, thank so much the Honorable Minister of Information, who directed that this should be. And I'm very happy that he gave us this platform so that once and for all, we should put things to rest. And of course, all the chief executives of the media houses that are here and the journalists. So let me, of course, thank my PAM secretary and align with what he has said. But let me say that this is a brief report on the rehabilitation of Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria-Kano roads in FCT, Kaduna, and Kano states. The project was inherited from the past administration, and it was awarded to 4 contractors. The 4 contractors were sacked by the ministry, and eventually the whole length of the road, totaling 375 dualized, which is 750 kilometers, was re-awarded to Julius Berger, which was subdivided into 3 sections. Section 1 was Abuja-Kaduna, 165 kilometer dualized. Section 2 was Kaduna-Zaria, 73.4 kilometer dualized. And Section 3 was Zaria-Kano, 137 kilometer dualized. These sections 1 to 3 were awarded in 20th of December 2017, with project commencement date on 21st of May 2018, and initial completion was to be 21st of May 2021. That's 36 months. Full details of status report of the 3 sections are hereby attached. The report was reviewed from an initial contract sum of 155 billion to 797 billion on 11th of March 2021. As at the time the Honorable Minister resumed, that's myself, in August 2023, JB had completed about 510 kilometers, representing about 68% of the certified amount at 391 billion. In September 2023, JB had drastically reduced the pace of work on site and wrote a letter to the Federal Ministry of Works requesting for a review from 797 to 1.5 trillion, representing an increase of 88.21%. The Federal Ministry of Works saw this submission as being unreasonable and noted that the federal government does not have such amount. This would lead to escalating price regime in the Federal Ministry of Works to the benefit of other contractors, which would be difficult for the ministry to fund. Being mindful of the paucity of funds and the need to complete the project in 2025-2026 fiscal year, the Federal Ministry of Works engaged Julius Berger for a total of 14 months negotiation period and over 15 different meetings, including joint inspections. It must be noted that before now, JB was claiming variation on price and the foreign exchange differentials, which are the same and now constitute a breach of trust. However, being determined to complete the project, the ministry decided not to go back to probe whatever claims that had been paid to JB. The ministry offered JB a total of sum of 888 billion with a completion period of 14 months for the outstanding works, but JB rejected this offer. Then the ministry made a proposal to JB to descope the project in three sections, namely Section 1, 38 kilometer dualized on rigid pavement, and which was given to Dangote on tax credit. And Section 2, 82 kilometer dualized, that's 164 kilometers, to be done by Julius Berger, on asphalt. And this includes the 391 billion that was paid to them before for the works completed. And of course, Section 3, 17.32 kilometers single, rigid pavement to Bua on tax credit. JB accepted the unit rates and the scoping and the proposal, but could not improve the pace of work on site, despite the promise of the Honorable Minister of Finance to release 20 billion monthly to Julius Berger. For 6 months, JB refused to complete the procurement process of accepting the offer and signing the contract agreement, and the price escalated, which made the ministry to increase the offer to JB by another 30 billion, bringing the offer to 740 billion. JB did not reject this offer, but kept silent until this offer got a no objection from BPP and approved by Federal Executive Council. It must be recalled that prior to the offer of 740 billion, an independent consultant, Mrs. Yola's consultant, was engaged to review Section 2, which was sectioned and the scope to Julius Berger for a contract price of 710 billion. When JB got information that we had secured approval of 740 billion, they wrote back requesting for a review from 710 and from 740 to 903 billion, which is an addition of 516 billion to complete 82 kilometers. This stands about 3.12 billion per kilometer of road. Whereas the accepted offer of Dangote and Bua, even to use concrete, was 1.87 billion per kilometer. It must be noted that we have had 12 months of negotiation at this stage. The SAR was further deteriorating and there was serious public outcry. We did additional 6 meetings with JB, appealing to them to accept the final offer of 2.12 billion per kilometer, an offer they rejected. It was at this stage and in line with the law to unconditionally acceptance of the offer within 7 days or face 14 days notice of termination. In order to secure the job at all costs, JB cleverly did a magic which took the wisdom of Federal Ministry of Works for granted by reducing the quantities of items of work, increased the rates, and arrived at the same 740 billion as offered by the Federal Ministry of Works. This technically means they accepted the offer of 493 billion or 3.06 billion per kilometer, which is almost the same with their initial counter offer of 903 billion at 3.12 billion per kilometer. At this stage, we had no choice than to terminate the contract after 14 days in line with the provision of the law. Let me pause to also say that I observe proceeding in Senate where Julo Beja was invited, and I hate the statement made by a senator. And it was important to clarify it because it was being insinuated as if the Senate committee or the Senate, invited the contractor. And the person was alluding that we didn't do our work because we had the powers to terminate the contract. And that's the Uduokpani project in Cross River State. Let me state very clearly that we actually terminated the contract after about 10 months of negotiation. And it was on the basis of that the Senate invited both the contractor and the ministry to find out why it was terminated. So we did not, neglect our duties, nor did we pass our duties to the Senate. So it is important that I make that clarification. Please note that a final offer was given to the contractor with a 7-day notice effective from 23rd of October to accept the contract sum of 740.797 billion, for 14 months contract period, effective from 3rd of October. Now, let me also state that the reason for descoping the project or dismembering it into 3 is because even with 1.5 trillion, if I'd accepted, Beja said that it would take them 3 years to complete the project. And if you add 3 years, meaning that we'll be looking at completing the project, even at its face value, at 2028. And that is a position the president does not want to hear. So this was rejected by contract. Subsequently, a 14-day notice of termination to terminate the contract was given to the contractor in accordance with the provision of Clause 63 of the Standard Conditions of Contract, Roadworks, Volume 1, 216 edition. Accordingly, the notice expires on 20th of November 2024, and the contract was terminated on 21st of November 2024. As it stands, the project has been irrevocably terminated following due process and open for tendering to allow other contractors to bid together with Julo Beja. Please recall that the 38 kilometer dualized or DUA of the rescope section 1 ceded to Dangote and the 17.2 ceded to Bua, they were not approved by FEC. The president feels that it should be done by selective tendering, and let other contractors who are known for good works should bid for it. And so that tax credit of the 2 sections were cancelled by Federal Executive Council. The 2 sections were then merged into one as, section 1. This scope further increased. We further increased this lot 1, which is the section 1 and section 3. We increased it by 10.6 kilometer, because when you get to Chene Zero, you now see the road going to Kogi State, and that section is very bad. So it's not good to see a good road and then you just look and you see a very bad road. So we've increased the scope by 10.6 kilometer at the Amino-Kano axis, because where the project stopped, where the president directed that we should extend it to Amino-Kano International Airport, because the road leading to that place is very bad. And then for the section 1 leading to Kogi State, it was also increased by 5 kilometers, and that's made the section, the lot 1, 119 kilometers. And we just got no objection yesterday from BPP for after we invited the following companies to bid: 1, Julius Beja, High Tech Construction Company, InfoQuest, CBC, CCECC, and the CGC. These are reputable companies. Whereas the other 5 companies submitted their bids, Julius Beja declined to submit their bid. And so accordingly, the 5 companies were submitted, the bids were submitted to BPP. And yesterday, we got no objection from BPP for a contract sum of 252.89 billion as the preferred bidder. We have made the proposal to Federal Executive Council, and we do hope that they will give us approval, and then we will start. And let me also say that we have additional solar lights throughout the entire 375 kilometers. We are making preparation for tolling the roads when completed, so that travel time will increase, so the business time will increase, and then safety of the road will be guaranteed. On section 2, which was originally awarded to Julabeja, to complete at a total cost of 349 billion. Having terminated the project and having gotten no objection from BPP for selective tendering, we have invited 6 contractors to bid, including again Julius Beja. The scope is to complete 164 kilometers of section 2, which is in Kaduna State, with continuous reinforced concrete pavement within 14 months. Procurement will be concluded in January 2025, and work will commence by the first week of February. Let me also pause to say that these 2 contracts, the section 1, which is the boundary of the road going to Kogi, will be done, this first 76 kilometers will be done with reinforced concrete. To be done with reinforced concrete, exactly what you see at Lagos-Calabar, coastal highway, that's what you see. And then the Kano axis will be done with concrete, with asphalt, because it's almost concluded. And then the section 2, which is 164 kilometers, will be done entirely with concrete. And that is where we are now, doing procurement, and we also put in solar light throughout. Also to note, the existing pavement between Abuja to Kaduna has undergone different levels of deterioration over the years, causing failure due to alligator cracks, corrugation, shoving, underground pumping, rusting and paving, potholes, and of course poor drainage. The ministry quickly intervened by commencing palliative and emergency repairs on this stretch in order to ameliorate the sufferings of the road users. The maintenance work is in progress in 4 different stretches simultaneously in order to fast-track the repair works. The work is being executed by Mrs. H&M Construction Nigeria Limited. This is not high-tech, it's a local contractor anyway that is doing the palliative work. So we strongly believe that the detailed explanation presented here today will bring to an end the politics of this project. We want the public to hold us responsible for the goals we have set for ourselves in completing this important project. So we have this in print, and we're going to share it now. So the way our program runs is, if Mr. Dare is here, say to Mr. President, he can make a comment, or his representative, after which the Honorable Minister of Information will make a comment. Senate Committee Chairman Works will make a comment. Senate Committee, House Committee, and then Senate Committee Chairman. And after that, I can entertain questions from the press.
It's okay. Before the names you mentioned, let's can we quickly take the Honorable Minister?
No, hold on.
It's okay. Okay. We are live. Okay.
Let him. You can stay. You can come to the He is from SA Print Media.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. We see what is happening here.
Yeah.
Infrastructural rejuvenation in this country.
Well, we are here actually as representatives of the government, and especially of the president himself. And it is because of the high priority the president accords infrastructural development in Nigeria as a whole, and of course particularly this road, which is very dear to Mr. President because of its centrality to movement of people and goods across the Niger, from both sides of the country. And that is why, Mr. President tasked all of us to come and see beyond, of course, the very good work that the Ministry of the Ministry of Works is doing, but also to come with the media to ascertain the situation of the road, and also to assure people, road users, people who are affected by this project, to know that the federal government, Mr. President, is very serious about completing this project as soon as possible. We regretted, as the minister has said, the serious bottlenecks, administrative and otherwise, encountered throughout. But we are really happy with the report given by the minister that these bottlenecks have successfully been taken down and addressed. And we hope that, as the minister said, that we will hold
And I'm sure, Mr. President, Honorable Minister, will hold you to the goals that you said the ministry has set for itself to see to the actualization of this very important project. Thank you.
The Senate Committee Chairman on Works. Okay, so now okay, yeah, we have the government image maker among the entourage. He is here to shed more light on this all-important project.
Well,
foremost,
and members of the you recall that it is almost impossible for him to do this work, but he is determined to do it. Now, he said something here, and that is about talking about the politics of the work. What we want Nigerians to know, the road users here, is to let them know that Mr. President is extremely determined to see to the completion of this construction of this work. It is actually embarrassing that at this point we are still talking about the Mr. President has insisted that this work must be completed. And you can see all the processes that the Ministry of Works has gone through. You know, at every turn, with all the frustration, especially with all the bottlenecks put in place by Mr. Julius Berger to see to the completion of this road. The ministry, under the able leadership of the minister, is determined to do that. And at every turn, in order to also show transparency, Julius Berger was never left out of the equation. You can see when he was reading his speech, even after the road is terminated, Julius Berger is still being invited to come and bid for this work. So Julius Berger didn't respond, and they cannot hold the country to ransom. Nigeria needs this road. People plying this road need this road. The president is determined that this road must be completed in record time. We do not have the luxury of waiting another 3 years for this road to be constructed. The Honorable Minister has said they have set for themselves a target of 14 months or thereabout to complete this road. And you can see the passion, the enthusiasm, the kind of determination that all of them have. And we do believe that all of them working the way they are doing, they will complete this work in record time. Now, what I want to say is that for those who are politicizing this road, please keep politics aside. This road is there to be constructed. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is determined that this major artery linking the federal capital down to Kano and to other states towards the north will have this road constructed. And like he has said, like the permanent secretary also said, the quality of this road is going to outlive all of us here, hopefully. All of us. So you can see that there is no short change here. There is serious determination. This road is in progress. Nothing is going to stop it. The security situation is being arranged so that it does not hamper whatever is there. Of course, we also know that the security situation on this road has also improved. It is not what it is 2 years ago. We know that Kaduna-Abuja especially is now motorable. People can travel even at night, but they will ensure that more security is also provided. Government is determined to do that, and we cannot help but salute the determination once again of the minister, the permanent secretary, members of his team, the National Assembly that is also supporting him. That is why we have the Senate Committee Chair here. That is why we have the House of Reps Committee Chair also here. All of them determined to deliver this road to Nigerians. Please, all the cynics, we are here to witness this. The minister has said, hold the ministry accountable. The president has given them every support that they require, every support. He has given them a marching order. This road is going to be completed. We don't want people to continue to publicize it, to politicize it. We want them to please cooperate with the workers, with the ministry. Give them a chance. I assure Nigerians, and with the assurance that the Honorable Minister has given us, with the marching orders of Mr. President, we will have a brand new road linking Abuja Federal Capital to Kano. And mind you, there are two things he also mentioned here. One is the increase of the length of the road on the end of the Kano axis, and then the one going to Kogi axis. These were never part of the original design. But Mr. President said, you just cannot have good roads and then it terminates into a bad road. all of them, especially the leg that is entering into Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria-Kano International Airport, meaning that if you live in Kano and you are living, coming to Abuja, from the airport you are going to be on a brand new road, something that you have never seen the like. And we are determined to continue to engage Nigerians, to continue to tell them this is not a one-off thing. As the work progresses, on a quarterly basis, we'll come here again with the Honorable Minister and his team so that we can see what is happening and see the progression so that we can also report to Nigeria. We want Nigerians to please be rest assured that by God's grace, this road indeed will be completed. Thank you.
House of Rep Committee Chairman.
House of Rep Committee Chairman on Works.
Good afternoon, everyone.
The kind of legislative support to this road.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me stand on existing protocol. I think at this point, the importance of this road cannot be overemphasized. We all see the importance of the road, and every Nigerian is. To the extent that the Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, had to create another committee specially for this road to work hand in hand with the committee of the statutory committee on works and then the ad hoc committee on this road specially. It shows how much this is important to the House. At this point, we don't have an excuse. No reason why we shouldn't get this road done. We promise Nigerians renewed hope. And one of the ways they can see this hope is by coming out of their houses, coming out or getting on the road and seeing quality projects, seeing quality roads, done in record time, done with quality. And we all have to come together. There's been a lot of politics going on this project, and it's so disheartening. A lot of politics, a lot of hanky-panky going on. At this point, individual interests have to be put aside. We have to see the success of this road. And let me use this opportunity to send a note of warning to individuals and corporate bodies who feel because they have of their own financial gains, this road will continue to be delayed. This is the final marching order to the minister and to the contractors. We need to see that this road is well done. We in Parliament, both the Senate and the House of Representatives, but I'm speaking for the House of Representatives, when it comes to the money aspect, when it comes to the budgetary provisions, when it comes to the appropriation aspect, we are ready. All they need to do is tell us what they need, and we're going to fund it. But because we are going to fund it doesn't mean it's an unlimited check. It doesn't mean it's an open check. It doesn't mean the minister will not do his due diligence. And he's an engineer, he knows what to do so that these people will not rip us off. But all I can say is that I'm saying on behalf of the Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, that we are behind this project fully, and when it comes to appropriation, we'll make sure everything is done from our part.
Thank you. Honorable. Senate Committee Chairman on Works.
Yeah, my name is Senator Mpigi. I am the Senate Committee Chairman on Works. I want to thank Nigerians, especially the Honorable Minister for Works, for inviting us to inspect this project with him. But let me say, just about 2 months ago, we were at Kebbi and we were also at Sokoto to flag up and have community engagement. We have also done that within the Badagry and the Calabar axis. That is to prove to you that Mr. President is not detribalized. He's a president that sees the project that cuts across the country, no matter whether he's from south or from north. So for those people that have in the mind thinking that we are doing whatever thing we are doing politically, it's not so. We are concerned about the welfare of Nigerians. But let me just say that this project must continue. We as Parliament, we want to really sit down, because we just heard from the minister now as part of our inspection about how he has cancelled, terminated the jobs, and how he has even asked Julius Berger to tender and they refuses. But one thing we must have to know is that the assets and the ability of the companies, whether those terminated, definitely there must be a legislative input into it, and we as Parliament cannot sit down to shortchange any person. I want to sincerely assure Nigerians that whatever that is happening on this road, we've been hearing of Abuja-Kano Expressway. We are right here. That is to show to Nigerians that there's no part of this country that we cannot take our infrastructure to. People will be imagining this is the highway that they think they have a lot of security challenges, but there's nothing like security. We are right here. We make sure we put ourselves together with His Excellency, the President of this country, to make sure we deliver infrastructure to anywhere at all in this country. And we also support the Honorable Minister. But let me still say, whatever legislative input, especially this time of the budgetary period that we are here, we as Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in conjunction with our brothers from the House of Representatives, we make all the necessary provision to support the minister and to make sure that this project will go on accordingly. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Get your press people will take questions from the...
Okay. Before then, we want to go back to the studio. We are getting to the question and answer session of this all-important event. I know we've taken almost half of the news bulletin because the event going on is as equally important as the stories we have for our audience. Ogochukwu, is there anything you want to know from this location again?
No, we just want to say thank you to the Ministers of Works and that of Information, and of course the Senate and the House Committee Chairman on Works and other stakeholders. We all know that Abuja-Kaduna Road is very central and very important to the nation. Thank you very much for that update, Salihu.
Thank you.
All right, that inspection, the joint inspection by stakeholders there came to you on the network service of the NTA. All right, nationwide we now continue from our Lagos Network Center. Adiola is our guide.